Happy Hanukkah! Good morning. My name is Rabbi Avraham Kagan, and on behalf of Lubavitch Chabad of Illinois and our 50 affiliate centers throughout the state, the Jewish Legislative Caucus, and the Governor's Office, it is my pleasure to welcome you here today in person to our Hanukkah celebration for the state of Illinois. Right before we walked out, the governor mentioned this might be the first event here in the Thompson Center since COVID. So it's kind of like Hanukkah, rededication, and maybe a goodbye. This menorah lighting has been a tradition here. It's one of over 120 such ceremonies throughout the state, and one of over 15,000 in over 100 countries around the globe. And the estimate is around 8 million participants will be joining these ceremonies all over the world. Now that's some light, and boy do we need it. In the spirit of Hanukkah, I want to open with thanking the Almighty for the blessings and miracles which we've all witnessed this past year, enabling us to gather in person, and we pray that these miracles for our health and safety continue throughout this coming year and onward. The menorah lighting here at the Thompson Center is decades old. There's one individual here with us that has been present by, I think, almost every single menorah lighting, at least since I've been around. Someone who has dedicated their lives to serve our great state for many years, even spending weekends, Shabbat dinners in the Capitol. I even remember enjoying matzo ball soup one Friday night when the budgetary session went over Shabbos in 1 May. It is my honor now to call upon Senator Sara Feigenholtz to share a message on behalf of the Jewish Legislative Caucus. Senator Feigenholtz.
Of course, Rabbi Moskowitz has to talk about food, right? I just want to thank Rabbi Moskowitz. This time of year, I have 18,000 menorah lightings in my Senate district, and yesterday was the first one. It was an incredible evening in West Lakeview where we danced in the streets. Rabbi Hertz and Rabbi Kotlarski, who are some incredibly energetic Jewish leaders in my community, and I am so fortunate to have them in Lakeview and in Lincoln Park. You know, anti-Semitism is alive and well. And when it's Hanukkah, I think about Judah and the Maccabees and how a small but mighty army with a great leader was able to prevail. I have a famous haiku that I think is used in comedy sketches, but it fits a lot of our Jewish holidays. They tried to kill us. We survived. Let's eat. Again, I want to compare our governor, who is an incredible leader, who has led us out of a very, very dark time in this state into the light. And without his leadership, just like Judah and his small, mighty army, things could be very different. I don't get to introduce the governor, but I can say nice things about him because he's my constituent and a very old friend. But I do get to introduce a colleague of mine from Highland Park who is another great leader, along with all of my colleagues from the House, who I miss, who are here. And that would be one incredible Representative Bob Morgan.
Thank you, Senator, my friend, Sara Feigenholtz. It is a pleasure to be here with everybody. Thank you so much to Governor Pritzker and his staff who helped put this together during a very difficult time for all of us. But to be here together to celebrate Hanukkah is very special for many of us. So I want to thank again the governor, the Jewish Legislative Caucus. Many of my friends and colleagues are here today. That makes it very special for me. I wanted to just talk a little bit about why I enjoy Hanukkah so much is because it is a holiday that's everything for everyone. And what I mean by that is for my children, Hanukkah represents a time to light the candles, get some presents, and most of all, every morning when they wake up, to see where the Maccabee on the mantle ended up. And for those of you who don't know, the Maccabee on the mantle is the Jewish community's effort to compete with Elf on the Shelf. And it's a very important element for my children. But again, it means something for all of us in the Jewish community. For the Jewish community at large, this holiday is a story of perseverance, of hope, of prevailing against all odds. For those who are not Jewish, seeing this 7-foot menorah in the State of Illinois building, the Thompson Center, has always been very special. It reflects the Jewish community being accepted, being part of our community. Regardless of how small our numbers are, we are integrated in this community. We are part of this community. We're a meaningful member of society. That's what it always reflected to me as I would walk down this hallway when I worked for the state of Illinois many years ago. I would walk past this menorah and I would think about how special that was. To me, Hanukkah always played an outsized role in my life. My Hebrew name is Matisyahu. And for those who don't know, Mattathias, was a central figure in the story of Hanukkah. And so for me, being named Matisyahu, this was always a very special holiday for me. And so I always think about the role that having the menorah in the building in which I worked and having my faith so prominently displayed, it was always so special for me. And I know special for many people that walk through these halls. So again, I want to thank those who put this together during very unusual circumstances, but to celebrate Hanukkah together is very meaningful. So to everybody here and everyone watching and listening, happy Hanukkah.
Rabbi Limmer.
Who doesn't love a miracle? That's, after all, what we're told Hanukkah is about. One small cruse of oil, barely enough for one day, and miraculously, 8 nights of candlelight. But the truth is, that story of the miracle only came into Jewish tradition 500 years after the events of Hanukkah happened. Chanukah in Hebrew means dedication. And the real miracle of our Hanukkah holiday is the dedication of individuals to fight tyrannical oppressors who would take away from others the way they choose to lead their lives. And this is proven by the miracle of lights we celebrate in lighting the menorah. Because not even this menorah or the other 120 being lit across the state in special ceremony light themselves. Every nair, every lamp needs to be kindled by a human hand. Hanukkah is about the work we do as human beings, lighting one light, one lamp at a time to end oppression. I stand here today in the seat of our state government for another couple minutes with a governor who has fought to end oppression for all different people who are oppressed, for the immigrant community, for the LGBT community, for the African American community, for the incarcerated community, for the community that can't afford bail and is trapped in an unjust system. Hanukkah comes around to remind us not just to celebrate the miracle of creating light in dark times, but the dedication we need to have one candle at a time to make this world a better place for anyone who suffers oppression.
Thank you. You know, the menorah is a symbol of unity, light, and collaboration. You'll notice each branch stands independently alone, yet all 8 are connected at the center with one message of light and hope. It's my honor to ask Mr. Lonnie Nassiter, President of the Jewish United Fund, a dear friend, and someone who has set out to bring a renewed spirit of unity, collaboration, and service to our Chicago community, to share a few words.
Thank you, Rabbi. Hi, everybody. It's great to be here. Thank you, Governor Pritzker, for hosting this. As been mentioned, at Hanukkah, we kindle flames of hope and resilience. And we remember that our Jewish community and our greater Chicago community have faced dark times before, and unfortunately will probably face them again. We make it through those tough times by coming together to care for one another and for those in need. The holiday is a powerful reminder of the light each of us can bring to the world. Hanukkah also is a time to celebrate our survival. As Jews, we do not take our lives for granted. It's a message that has added resonance in the midst of this COVID-19 pandemic. We are so grateful to be here and for the opportunity to continue to take part in repairing the world one good deed at a time. And of course, Hanukkah, as mentioned by my colleagues, is a time to celebrate miracles. That includes the miracle of the human spirit, which we have seen shine through again and again, especially through the last 19-20 months. That human spirit shines through the courage and commitment of our caregivers and our frontline workers. It shines through the diversity and vitality of our Chicago community. It shines through the goodness of people of all faiths who live our values and care for our neighbors as ourselves. And I believe it makes perfect sense for us to have this celebration in this very building where I once worked, and we ask our government workers to take care of the most vulnerable at a time when we really, really must do so. So at this time, I just want to thank everybody for being here. Have a safe and meaningful Hanukkah. And I turn it over to my friend, Rabbi Kaan. Speaking of miracles, I believe it is a miracle that we have a Jewish state of Israel that's vibrant, that's strong, that is leading the charge in terms of understanding COVID and its implications. And if Rabbi, if you want to introduce Yanam, that's fine, or we can just have him come up. Rabbi Kaan, our new Consul General from Israel.
Happy Hanukkah. Thank you, Lonnie. Hanukkah is one of my favorite Jewish holidays. It's about heroism, it's about defending your identity and values, and standing up for your rights in the face of adversity. Because while miracles do happen, they take work. Governor Pritzker and the state of Illinois count on a team of heroes who provide physical and mental healing to their communities, who bring crucial opportunities to Black and Latino-owned businesses, and who have dedicated themselves to educating the next generation. We at the Israeli Consulate here in Chicago work together with these heroes here in Illinois by bringing Israeli models for social impact and connecting local businesses to Israeli innovation. We work with communities in Chicago's West and South Side. We work with young leadership and young entrepreneurs, and with those who believe in making a difference. So to these everyday heroes, these miracle workers, I want to say, the Israeli Consulate is here to partner with you and shine a light together. May the lights of Hanukkah shine the path for a brighter future on all of us. Thank you very much. Hanukkah Sameach. Happy Hanukkah. Thank you.
Hanukkah Sameach. Do we have any sufganiyot? They got stuck by the border. As we get ready to light the menorah here in the Thompson Center, which hopefully may very well be for the last time here in this building, we're sure will continue on in a bigger, more beautiful, more spacious building. I'd like to ask Rabbi Meir Moskowitz, Regional Director of Lubavitch Chabad in Illinois, to share a Hanukkah message and do the proceedings for the lighting of the menorah.
Thank you, Rabbi Kagan. Happy Hanukkah. It's wonderful to be celebrating this year in person, once again with the governor, with the members of the Jewish caucus, with my colleagues, the rabbis of the 50 Chabad centers throughout Illinois, with friends. On Rosh Hashanah, we come with a jug of honey. On Passover, we come with a jug of wine. On Shavuot, we come with a jug of milk. And while these jugs are a wonderful sweet liquid, you cannot create light. You cannot create light with honey, with wine, with milk. But it comes to Hanukkah, and we celebrate the miracle of oil. Despite the supply chain challenge, they found this little jug of oil that continued to light for 8 days. This oil creates light. This oil shines on the outside, and this light makes a difference. On Hanukkah, we, each one of us, illuminate our surroundings through kindling of the menorah. And throughout the year, we continue that inspiration of illuminating our surroundings through the mitzvot, through the good deeds that we, each one of us, do in our own home and our place of work. The Lubavitcher Rebbe has often taught that each one of us possess an inherent goodness, an inherent light, a potential. And it is our job to illuminate, to ignite, to let that potential shine and go out and usher in a time of goodness to the world around us. In that vein, we have these little arcs. They look like an arc. ARC is actually an acronym for, what's the ARC acronym for? Acts of routine kindness. One of the rabbis mentioned act of random kindness, but I think routine kindness. Every day, take that little arc, take a coin, put it in the arc, a little charity, and take that arc and give it to any cause you like, to any person in need. But when we take that arc and put it on our workplace desk, maybe in the governor's mansion, or maybe is in his executive suite, and we put that little coin in charity, we are saying that we are continuing that inspiration of bringing light, of bringing goodness, of bringing kindness to the world around us. So we take the inspiration from the Hanukkah candles and we share that with each one of us, with those that we have an impact on. After the event, everyone is welcome to take their ark, bring it to their own place, share that light, and make a difference. It is my honor to call upon the governor to share with us a Hanukkah message, and thank you once again for hosting this ongoing tradition in the state of Illinois.
Well, thank you very much, Rabbi Moskowitz. Thank you to my friends who are here in the audience, to the people who've joined us today who may be new to a Hanukkah celebration, to all the people who stand behind me and in the audience who are leaders in their communities, whether they're religious leaders or political leaders or community leaders. It means an awful lot to all of us to have you gather. I want to say welcome to all of you, and it is really great to be here for the state's lighting of the state's menorah. That is really a wonderful thing. In the history of the United States, there have been relatively few Jewish governors. You may know that. And Illinois, interestingly, has had the most Jewish governors. So it's a rare honor on Hanukkah to share my heritage and my faith with the people of Illinois as we unveil this State of Illinois menorah. I'm very proud to be celebrating alongside our Jewish leaders, alongside the Consul General of the State of Israel, Consul General Cohen, the president of the Jewish United Fund, who I've known for got to be 25 years at least, who are so proud of what you are achieving at the Jewish United Fund. Senator Sara Feigenholtz, my state senator, who I walked precincts with when she was running for state representative. Oh, we're not letting you leave, yeah. And of course, Representative Bob Morgan, who has done such a great job leading the Jewish caucus, along with Senator Laura Fine and Representative Margaret Croak and Representative Sam Yingling, I should mention that Margaret Crook is my state representative, too. And, of course, Representative Jennifer Gahn-Gershowitz and Representative Kelly Cassidy, thank you for being here with us. It's a gift to share this day with all of you and with the state of Illinois and so many of our colleagues in public service in all religions. And I thank you for all that you do for the people of Illinois. I also want to recognize the individuals that you've heard from just collectively, since you already know who they are by virtue of their introductions, but they really hold the Jewish community up in terms of both our putting ourselves forward for who we are, which is a community that cares not just for ourselves, but for the broader community of Illinois. And I very much and profoundly thank them for their service in that regard. And this year, your dedication to community and your connection through faith has reached new heights, guiding your congregations virtually, ushering humanitarian help to neighborhoods in need, no matter who they are, and hosting the vaccination clinics that have made it possible for all of us to gather here today together. Hope, light, faith. It's no secret that the lessons of the Hanukkah story feel like they ring truer this year than most. When the small army of Maccabees rose up against their oppressors, their belief in their future for their people persevered despite the odds stacked against them. And by way of faith, they found the light. The shining lights of this prior year did not come by chance. They arrived by way of the people who fought for them and by the Lord. Medical researchers, hard at work over years and decades to create life-saving vaccines and treatments. Nurses, who held the hands and cared for millions of patients. Doctors and other healthcare workers who helped countless patients overcome COVID-19. Everyday Illinoisans who did their part to keep each other safe by staying home when they were asked, by wearing a mask to avoid spreading the disease, and getting the shot when it arrived so that we could keep our schools and our businesses and our religious institutions open and begin to return to the simple pleasures of daily life. Darkness is, of course, the absence of light. And it is in the darkness that the most dangerous things can grow, like hate, like racism, like anti-Semitism. Without light as a disinfectant, there is only the bottomless pits of disinformation, of vitriol, and of cruelty. In the dark, the most fearful things can come to pass. So this Festival of Lights is so important to all of us, coming through the most difficult time that I can remember in my lifetime. We are persevering. We are shining through. God is shining through. And I thank you all for joining us in this celebration. What should we do about the darkness and about the misinformation and about the vitriol? Well, the light that we find in the darkness doesn't just appear on its own. It comes from the miracles, from the faith, from the perseverance that we create the conditions for. Today, among some of the most difficult moments many families have ever experienced, Hanukkah brings us a reminder that from the darkness can come the light. If we work together, the light brings hope and healing and better days ahead. Chag Sameach, Hanukkah Sameach, Happy Hanukkah to everyone.
This year, we're going to do our traditional dancing in place. Please join us. Freilich and Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah, everyone. I would like to invite the Chabad rabbis to come up for a brief introduction.